3 hours.
Osborne Race Car Classic Auto Repair 34 Junior. It's Josh Daugherty in 34 Junior on pole tonight.
Who's in that 33? Bruce?
I think so.
Bruce Daugherty, I'd assume, is in the 33. I think he has a white one. Daugherty going to take the green. We're on demand on RaceOnTexas.com, hustling off in the one for the first time tonight. Every thrill and spill and every burn and turn on demand on Race on Texas each and every dirt track Saturday night here from Greenwood. Second event of the 2019 season underway down the back straightaway. Your opening heat of the night going to be Josh Daugherty out front with the race lead. Thursday night winner for the USMTS Cajun Clash on Thursday night. Got $1,000 for his efforts. He'll roll into turns number 1 and 2, feeling pretty confident about himself after absolutely dominating there in Vivian. He's got company by the nickel and dime bodies number 17 Outlaw race car. The police chief out of Texarkana. It's Bobby Jordan going to work. Got a little cross up there off the exit. I believe that's Josh Landers rolling his way up to third, relegating the 33 to fourth. How many go to the A? 4?
This is a trophy dash.
Oh, it's a trophy dash, folks. Woohoo! Trophy dash tonight.
And your next is a trophy dash.
And we got another trophy dash coming up, so I'll tell you what, I better get it together. These guys racing hard for a trophy dash, though. You got to love it. And the one, Bobby Jordan.
Shit. I'm all over the place, isn't it? Like, thought we was going at it hot heavy out here. We are. For a trophy.
Get excited over this trophy.
I like a good trophy dash, girl. Shit.
All for your trophy dash winner goes to Josh Daugherty in 34 Junior. We'll head down for a quick post-race interview. Well, getting ready to climb out of his Osborne Race Car Classic Auto Repair. Daugherty Race Engine Powered Pro Shift Transmission 34 Junior. Ooh, watch my step. It's Keithville, Louisiana racer Josh Daugherty. Give it up for him, Boothill. Josh, I'm going to ask you to bring this to any special race fan up in the stands here in just a moment. We'll get a quick word with you real quick, though. I need to dial that audio back a little bit, don't I? Josh, let's talk about that win last Thursday night at Arklatex. You roll in here tonight with some confidence and some momentum off that victory. Man, it has to be pretty thrilling to open up the night here. Maybe just a trophy dash. You got something nice to put on the shop wall after you get a victory last Thursday. Pretty good couple of weeks, or last 6 days anyway.
Yeah, it's been a good last 6 days. We've been working hard on this thing, and it's coming around. So we're gonna see what we can do tonight.
How much did a win like that give you some confidence? I mentioned that a moment ago. It has to definitely, give you a shot in the arm going forward.
Man, it felt like steroids in the butt. I mean, just to be honest with you, it was, ready to go. My wife even made a T-shirt last week, wife and girlfriend, so I want to correct that, y'all. My wife, she supports me well, so I want to correct that, but now she's got a T-shirt that says wife and girlfriend on the back, so.
Well, I laugh because if anyone was at Arklatex last week, I know that after I interviewed this guy, I didn't explain anything. I told him, just talk to Josh. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, you fixed it up here. Yeah. Outstanding run, man. Let's hear about the folks up here on the race car.
Man, Classic Auto Repair, Osborne Race Car, Daugherty Racing Engines, my dad, my uncle, my cousin, Pro Shift Transmission, Jan's River Restaurant, Locksmith Heroes, and everybody that stands behind me.
Where do you start tonight in the heat?
Dead last.
Holy smokes. All right, man. Hey, if anybody can do it, you can do it right now. This Ford's definitely rolling.
Yeah, we did it twice last week, so let's see.
Best of luck to you, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Josh Daugherty, ladies and gentlemen, give him a hand. Your trophy dash winner tonight. Outside of him, is that JoJo? The number 47 RKT operating entry out of Kilgore, Texas. That's JoJo Wilhelm. Am I tripping or something? Jesus. It's Paul Eady out of Jonesboro, Louisiana, driving the number 90 P. Daddy's Garage entry off of 4 down the boulevard. King Jr.
Goodness.
Who's in that 9J?
Keep going, boys. Keep going. You know don't throw the yellow.
Who's in that 9J car?
I just go off. I would too.
Learning.
I feel like they want to test me more.
TikTok goes the racing clock. Off of 2 down the back, or off of 4 down the front boulevard into 1. One of the good guys in the sport, JoJo Wilhelm. Hustling around the Boothill Speedway, winding it down here. It'll be the white flag coming out this time by for the Kilgore Texan. I'm gonna get him the hand one too. Rolling through turns 3, and he'll roll off of turn number 4 with Paul Leedy in hot pursuit, but it won't be enough for Leedy to make some gains. JoJo Wilhelm scores the victory at a Kilgore in your trophy dash for the limited mods tonight. How's that? Okay. Well, getting ready to climb out. He about parked in the infield. The driver of Superior Racing Graphics Kittler's AMS Racing powered Ingalls Racing Performance Chassis built by Jason Ingalls. And the Whataburger sponsored RKT operating number 47. Rides out of Kilgore, Texas. One of the good guys in the sport looking for some good luck tonight. It's JoJo Wilhelm climbing out of the race car. All right, Boothill, y'all got to do a little bit better than that. Let's give a hand to JoJo Wilhelm. JoJo, let's step in front of the car. Matter of fact, when we get done talking, I'm going to ask you to find a special race fan. Just bring that to them and just make their day. Man, I know it feels pretty good to make Trophy Dash or not. Come out here and make some laps and, definitely see what the track may be like later on. You've had some bad luck this year, but you've had a fast car.
I know it. I know they're just Trophy Dash, but it's been a long time since I got a victory. But we're just going to go give it a heck tonight and see what happens.
Where do you start in the heat?
Dead last.
Same thing. Hey, Josh Daugherty may be a good omen. Josh Daugherty just won his Trophy Dash, but he starts dead last in his as well.
Well, we'll go give it a shot. See how it goes.
I know what it is about you. You know, your son-in-law started dead last in a Trophy Dash, won it, and had a pretty good run here last year too.
That's right. He did. That's right. Yeah. And give me a hard time because I didn't sell him that car.
That laser car, yeah, he sure did. For everybody that may not be familiar with all these great sponsors on this 47 car, and if you don't get back down here to Victory Lane, let's hear about who helps you out.
RKT operating most of all, Keith and Brent. They help, and Doyle Thomas of Whataburger and Texas Rubber Group. That guy that's helped me for 15 years, he's got cancer, and I hope he's going to get better.
Sir, absolutely. Always good to see you at the racetrack, man. You're definitely one of the good guys in the sport. Best of luck to you tonight, my friend. Go ahead and that to the, absolutely. JoJo Wilhelm, ladies and gentlemen, scores your Trophy Dash victory tonight. Yeah, I always feel bad because I want to give every single kid one of them, so that's why I asked you to do it. We definitely have more than that. I just was going to have the drivers hand out one piece anyway. It's been pretty difficult to bring down a bunch of them. Hey, folks, say hello to Scott Burson, Boothill Speedway track photographer, the man with the plan, with the photography in his hand. Do a good job having fun so far tonight?
So far.
Yeah. It looks like the dust's going to be knocked down a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully not as bad as last weekend.
Hey, it bees like that sometimes.
Yeah, but it was good.
Yeah, it was. Racing was fantastic at Arklatex, so have fun tonight.
All right, yeah.
Scott Burson out of Benton, Louisiana. Well, they dumped the basket? Well, I was trying to do that so it'd save some time, but, we just left the car parked on the front stretch, so it's okay. Maybe it'll be JoJo Wilhelm's night. He got out of the sport there for a couple years, and he just got back in it about 2-3 years ago. He'd come out every now and then. So Matt Terry indeed going to be on the pole. Outside of him, is that Tim Eves Jr.? It'll be Tim Eves Jr. outside of him in the number 21.
17 and 10 S not there.
Doug Vick Jr. in the number 4V. The lights are out. First heat of the night is underway here at the Boothill Speedway. So the caution flag will wave early here at the hill tonight in memory of Bub Mitchell. It's our good friend Scott Young out of Bossier City, Louisiana. So one lap appeared that it was scored, racked and stacked again. 8 laps in distance, and here comes Doug Vick. Doug Vick Jr. going to jump to the race lead. No surprises here. Oh boy. Pro Mod Heat Race number 1 of the night, opening heat of the night. It looks to be a good one shaping up here. As I believe it's Josh Landers in the number 14 car. I didn't even know he was in this race. It has to be Josh Landers. So Tim Eves Sr. was hunting down Doug Vick Jr. Looked a lot like Tim Eves used to at Arkland, Texas. He's a former track champion there. The Victory Racetracks number 143 car. So Eves Sr. and Jr. are in this one. But off of 4 though, no stranger to Victor Lane. He'll find ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane, and opening heat of the night for the Pro Mods goes to Doug Vick Jr. Second in a solid performance in his second night ever in a Pro Mod goes to Scott Young from Bossier City. Pro Mod racer this year, former factory stock driver BJ Cook from Mooringsport, Louisiana, the 43J car. And the double deuce should be Robert Graham, and we're underway at Boot Hill Heat Race number 2 of the night. Hey, I'm sorry. I'll still. Heat race number 2 tonight for the Pro Mods is underway, and Jeffrey Beshea jumps out front, takes the lead away from the number 87 of the East Texas racer Chase Hatton out of DeBerry. So down the boulevard, back in the 1, driver of the Ken's Heating and Air, Trey Maxwell Trucking number 4 from Sarepta. Jeffrey Beshea marching to the beat of his own drum at Boot Hill here tonight. Robert Graham throwing bows on the number 43J back here for the 5th spot. He'll go to 5th in 22, the Marshall, Texas racer. And now he'll punch the time clock and try to go to work around the hub of the racetrack here at the hill tonight. And looks to dispose of Colby Collins. He will off of 4. Half a car length up ahead of him at the line. He'll throw him quickly into his hip pocket and go back to work and try to hunt down Chad Dupont, who rides 3rd, about a straightaway ahead in 57. The judge jury and executioner, Keith Parker, showing on 4 in and 4 laps to go. This 8-lap affair, 3.5 to go when he meets the midpoint of the back straightaway. Jeffrey Beshea set on KILL tonight. Beshea trying to get back to 2015, 2016 form tonight, as Jeffrey Beshea has not went to victory lane surprisingly at Boot Hill in over a year now. Beshea was one of the top flight dominant competitors in this division on a week-to-week basis since this class began in 2010. The many-time hot stock champion at the old Champion Park Speedway in Minden, Louisiana. Jeffrey Beshea looking strong tonight. So Jeffrey got out of the cockpit for a short hiatus from dirt track racing, got back in, acquired a brand new Larry Shaw racing chassis from Larry Shaw in Arkansas, and had some new car blues, if you will. Had some new car blues, working out the kinks, but it looks like the kinks have been ironed out tonight. Final time through turns 3 and 4. ABC Auto Parts, heat race number 2, presented by R&R Timber, goes to the number 4 of Jeffrey Beshea from Sarepta. Second for the Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton in 87, and Chad Dupont with a solid third place finish in 57, and Robert Graham from the tail to 4th. Tech Speedway in Vivian, Louisiana, the former Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner. In the number 8, it's Gene Boarder in 8. Michael Jordan, the Abbott Racing number 5A. Should be fun to see if Boyder and Washburn can meticulously work their ways to the front. Oh boy, they're 4 wide there momentarily off of 2. Yeah, it got a little wild there, didn't it? Gene Boarder coming out, smelling like a rose in that one. Almost didn't go too well for him. As we got a battle for the race lead, it's Robbie Hickman in the number 39 car, holding back the advances of the Vivian racer, Jason Beasley, who's going to work the hub of the racetrack and work it well, but the caution is out. I think we'll get there. Yeah, I think he still loves his stuff as much as he ever did, and he's having some fun. Ultimately, that's what matters the most. So the lights are back out, and we are back underway here at our Boot Hill, off of 4 into 1. And Boyder, I've always said that he's probably the smoothest guy I've ever seen drive a race car. It is very, very seldom you see his car get kicked out sideways from him. And you can see he just put the pedal down to the floor right there. He disposed quickly of right, and he goes to 3rd. Down the front stretch into 1. Gene Boarder's most recent victory here at this racetrack, as they got a battle for the race lead shaping up door to door down the back straightaway. Boarder's most recent win at this racetrack was the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship when he drove Leroy Montgomery's car for the first time in quite some time, as the 16 goes to the race lead of Beasley. But here comes Boyder in 8. Gene Boarder still 8 up with the dirt track bug, as good as he ever was, good as he once was, down the back straightaway. Boyder rolling through the middle lane of the Boothill Speedway and rolling it pretty well right now. Hickman slides up in front of the nose of him off of 4. As 2 of them coming right exits the racetrack off the back straightaway. The 5A of Michael Jordan loops it around, and he will draw the caution. Goodness. Watch Gene. His car never really gets upset on him. He just drives that thing right through the corner. We'll see if he's got anything for Beasley or the 39 of Hickman. We're back underway. Uh-oh. Kind of a chain reaction there, as the 16 car did not get going up on that right rear the way he wanted it to kick out for him, or kick up for him. I talked about this some. Jason really relies on this setup where, boy, if it gets rolling good and it gets rolling, then he's going to be a tough customer. But a lot of times on the restarts, car just doesn't get set up for him the way he'd like it to. But right now, he's punishing the Boothill Speedway racing surface. Gone, baby, this time off of 4 to the line. And that right there. If Austin got that, that's what the reference was to. It can get tricky. So Beasley out front and coming to the white flag, this time by at the line. Mike Washburn in pursuit of Boyder in 8. The best battle on the racetrack between the 8 and 27 off of 4 down the boulevard they come. I'm not sure who sounded like they were banging out. May have been Washburn in the 27 car. Mike hasn't raced a whole lot this year. As his home racetrack right here at Boot Hill, second night of the 2019 season, is Beasley going to comfortably come to the line and win this one. 39 will go to Hickman in 2nd. 8 of Boyder will finish in 3rd. Griffin. Who's in the number 19? Is that 19? Devin Richards in car number 4. The 007 is Dustin Yount, the Golden Gun, and your Trophy Dash winner tonight. Here comes Josh Daugherty. Josh Daugherty gets a nice start. He'll go down to the inside and go 3 wide momentarily as they're 1 by 3. Oh boy, look out. The 9 car goes for a ride. It's all the way heating up at Boot Hill. Richards and Daugherty going at it, neck and neck, door to door, into 1 and 2. Daugherty sliding up the racetrack a little bit, putting some more pressure on the 4 car. The 4 car not going to budge, though. He'll get disposed of now. Richards goes back to 5th as Josh Daugherty rolling like a big dog tonight. Opening heat of the night for the factory stocks, presented by Doggett Equipment Company off of 4. I believe Josh has the best car of the bunch. He's going to have to run down his father, who's out front in command with the race lead in that Ford Power number 34 Classic Auto Repair James River Restaurant. Entry down the back straightaway into 3. Daugherty going to take a stab to the inside for 3rd. Can't get the job done. As the 11 of Bowden washed up the track there off the exit of 4 a little bit, opens up the door again for the 34 junior trying to walk through the door. Will not be able to get the job done again as the outside line momentum still continues to work to the advantage of the 11 of Big Bad Bowden. Bowden relegates him, continues to hold him back and forth in the 34 junior. Daugherty can't find his niche, can't quite find the lane. And that's it. You get up and you keep going and going until the going gets tough. And he disposes many of them as he could until it just was no longer. But here he comes off of 2 down the back straightaway. Gets a nose ahead of the 11. He'll drive it deeper off into the corner this time into the 3 and 4. A driver driving with a hell of a lot of confidence tonight. Here comes Josh Daugherty again to the inside. He'll try to take 2nd. That time at the line by half a cat's whisker went to the 35, but he'll slam it off into turns 1 and 2 and try to drive up on the nose of the 35. He'll take 2nd away. Here comes Josh Daugherty. He may run out of time, ladies and gentlemen. The stand of the hourglass continues to tick. He's about to try to run down his father and take this win away with 2 more trips around the Boothill Speedway. Holy smokes. It is indicative right now, a driver who's driving with a lot of confidence after his first ever victory last Thursday. I often talk about confidence being a lethal substance in this sport. He has all of it right now. He said like a shot of steroids right in the butt. Right in the butt talk. So here he comes for the race lead. He's going to win this race. There's no doubt about it. He's going to have to tell Pops, sit down and take a seat. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Good, son. I like it out here out front. And he says, yeah, well, we'll have to see what happens in the 3 and 4 for the final time. Father and son going at it through 3 and 4 for the final time from dead last to try to take it away at the line. Here comes Daugherty to the inside. Bruce going to hold him off. Bruce holds back Josh to take the victory in heat race number 1 tonight for the factory stocks. Andrew Rossum's going to be inside of row number 2 at a New Boston, Texas, the 18-year-old. Factory stock heat race number 2. They're 3 wide mid-pack. Look out, Dean Rasco. The 92 of Andrew Rossum did not get up and go in the way he wanted to, and he about fenced the Colt 45 of Rasco as Rasco got a run there off the exit of 2, gave a shot in the shorts of the 22 because he had nowhere to go of Graham. Look out. Oh, boy, they're about to run out of real estate. As Cody White with a right rear flat tire, the 22W will pull her down to the infield. As right now out front with the race lead, all on his lonesome, is the 0 of Bubba McEachern. Dean Rasco, the reigning Boothill Speedway factory stock track champion, goes to work. He tries to roll down to the inside of the 22 car. He does. We'll see if he's able to make it stick. He does off of 4. Rasco, half a cat's whisker at the line, takes that spot away. He's rolling the hub and rolling it well. The 9 of Laxton going to cross up in front of him off the exit of 2, and here comes Lindsay. Nope. Yes, Garen Lindsay, after a solid performance at Arklatex the opening night, got 2nd to Justin Whitehead, led some laps of the main event. Garen Lindsay been awfully quick to open up 2019. Went and watched his cousin get married last night. Tonight he's trying to put on a show for Glenn Lindsay, who's sitting in the stands of the new married man. Into turn number 3. Garen Lindsay off of 4. Here comes Rasco. Oh my. Whew. Lap car about gave me. Two more trips around for Hero in the 0, Bubba McEachern. Bubba McEachern, so very impressive here. Last year, driving for Burton Steve Turnage Motorsports in the 25 Laser race car in the King of the Hill. Unfortunately, if you look at the history books, his name won't be anywhere on the results. But if anyone was here, you saw the performance and the drive that he had in 25. Whitehead went on to win the 10 grand, but he had to earn it. And tonight, McEachern returns behind the cockpit to one of his home racetracks, who began racing back when he was 11 and 12 years old at the old Champion Park Speedway down the road in Minden, Louisiana, that's no longer existent. Tonight, Bubba McEachern wins heat race number 2 for the factory stocks in commanding fashion, dominating in 0. Tracy Corp had a good run down at Showtime Speedway a couple Friday nights ago. Damon Vosberry in the number 38V. The lights are out. We're underway. 8 laps to distance in heat race number 3 tonight for the factory stocks. Doug Vick Jr. going to lead the herd off the exit of 2 as they head down the back straightaway for the first time in heat race number 3 tonight, presented by Daugherty Equipment Company. Rolling into 3. 3 wide back for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Off of 4 down the boulevard. Look out, it's heating up.
That has to be Josh Landers now. Like, who?
Well, welcome back to the saddle again to the 14-2. The Pro 1 transmission entry of Taylor Frost. We got a battle for the race lead. Down the back straightaway with our 2x2. And your top 4 right now. Off of 4 down the boulevard. Jimmy Bird. My goodness. Looking good tonight. Holding back, or trying to hold back the number 10. Who's trying to roll to 3rd. Tracy Corp. As James Martin taking another stab, got that number 68 car rolling like a big dog tonight. Trying to put the heat on Vic Jr. One thing to get there and put pressure on Vic Jr., hard to rattle him. Vic Jr.'s got the 4V hanging out. Toting up the left front just a little bit here on the 4V car. Got it sitting on the right rear pretty tonight. Into 3. Vic Jr. with the race lead, but here comes Martin again taking a stab off of turn number 4. James making him earn it. He gonna earn it. Into 1. James Martin continues to roll and stroll down to the inside of Doug Vic Jr. Vic Jr.'s had enough. Into 3. Who's it going to be, race fans? 1.5 laps to go when they meet the midpoint of the back straightaway. James Martin continues to roll the hub off of 4, putting pressure on Vic Jr. with Stormy riding shotgun, directing traffic in 4V. Who's it going to be? Final time down the back straightaway off the exit of 2 with their sights set on turn number 3. Heat race number 3's been a doozy. Presented by Daugherty Equipment and R&R Timber off of turn number 4 for the final time to the checkered flag. Here comes Martin again, but it won't be enough. Vic Jr. leads all 8 that count tonight. Or most importantly, the final one, as the 68 gave him absolute hell for it, but came up a spot short. Factory stock winner Bo Perry out of Bossier City, Louisiana, going to be on the pole with Josh Greenwald to his outside. Greenwald, who has stepped his game up to another level this season. The 1 of Tony the Tiger, Tony Lindsay in the 1. Sits 3rd here on the start. 492 of Billy Grider going way up top. Grandpa keeps the good bourbon. The 5 of Paul Lopez out of Princeton, Louisiana, rolls to 4th. Little John Tuggle out of Bossier City in the 8 car. And Bobby Jordan out of Texarkana. Murderers Row, heat race number 3 tonight for the factory stocks. Bo Perry got a little cattywampus off the exit 2 and right there licking his chops. The 27 of Greenwald goes to work and puts the heat on him for the race lead. So a pair of lasers out front and a laser limping down the back straightaway in the form of the 5 of Lopez. And here comes Tony the Tiger. Tony's feeling great.
All right, I'm not going to do that anymore.
So right now, a laser chassis out front in the form of the 27 car, the RaceOnTexas.com most improved driver in 2018 here at Boothill. Comes into 2019 with his head on fire, with a lot of confidence, and he is not slacked off in his performances to open up the 2019 season. Winner at Showtime Speedway 4 Friday nights ago. Rolled in the following week. Got himself a third, and then another third in an area racetrack. Been on point in 2019 is Josh Greenwald out of Greenwood, Louisiana. He'll continue to roll down the boulevard into one with 2 more trips around. As Bo Perry, that's the difference this season and last, or a couple of years ago, as Bo Perry could have maybe afforded to cost himself that mistake. The 27 may have not taken advantage of it a couple of years ago, but this year, it's another story for a driver, number 27, as he'll come to the line with Bo Perry all over his heels. Bo Perry with a sharp race car for 2019. He'll hustle off into 1 and 2, trying to get his first win and his first start of the season. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat race number 3, and Bo Perry, as they say, he's on him like white on rice. I got to come up with a better one than that. Josh Greenwald scores. Yeah.
I thought he was number 8.
And the 7-time Cajun Classic winner at Arklay, Texas, Justin Whitehead in 36J. Outside of Whitehead, it'll be the number 55J of Jake Gentry, I believe. And 3, it'll be Joshua Funderburk in 7J. Your opening night winner here at Boothill. And the Club 20, it's 3-wheel Neil Kemp. Neil Kemp, boy, you've got some studs in this one. And here comes Gary Lipscomb. No, is that Gary?
Gary's not keeping back.
Okay, it is Gary. Off of 4. Down the boulevard they come. It's Ingalls holding back the Thompson Motorsports Outlaw race car number 56 of Scotty Hushelpeck. Washing up the racetrack in that laser race car goes Ingalls, goes by the 80 or the 56 of Hushelpeck, and Ingalls has problems. Ingalls with a heartbreak. Funderburg had to take evasive action there and nearly parked his car on the backstretch. Hustling off into 1. These guys with the roles reversed here as Whitehead won the Cajun Classic then for the 6th time. And he won it again, of course, the 7th time. But on the night he won the 6th, he had the 56 lurking and nipping at his heels the entirety of that race in the form of Scotty Hushelpeck, who's out front with the race lead. Scotty Hushelpeck finally got a win at Boothill Speedway a couple of years ago. Back in 2017, is down the back straightaway. Going to make his good friend Justin Whitehead. They work out of the same shop. He's going to make him earn it tonight. The pair of outlaw race cars go at it door to door through 3 and 4. Whitehead all over him, but they never touched, ladies and gentlemen. You couldn't even slid the Holy Spirit in between the door panels of the 56 and 36J that time. Whitehead says, okay, you won't let me go that way, Scotty? Well, he'll go right by on the outside. Oh, boy, not sure they didn't touch that time. A little bit of slight kiss of contact. Right side romance at Boothill. Off of turn number 4, down the front boulevard they come. It's heating up, and Whitehead's going to go to the race lead. Goodness gracious, folks. He's a madman, Your Honor. A desperate fool on the endless, pitiful ropes. Kid is, he's just a... Checkers out. Whitehead dominates in 36J after taking over from the 56 of Hushelpeck. Third, we'll go to your first night winner of Club 20 and Neil Kemp. I'll call one more. Here we go. 782-3252. 782-3252. Those are all different. So your 4-cylinder heat of the night is underway, or first heat of the night. We've got 3 full 4-cylinder heats tonight. And the BC out front of Atlanta, Texas is going to be Eddie Brewer with Justin Converse and the C49 hunting him hard, who rides second, the Falk Arkansas racer.
now we had to start it.
This is the class I really need.
The best battle on the track right now between Mitch Durham as Converse takes over the race lead. As they wind the laps down in your four-cylinder opening heat of the night with the checkers coming out this time by flagman Keith Parker. It's Falk, Arkansas's Justin Converse in C49, your winner. Second, we'll go to the BC of Atlanta, Texas racer Eddie Brewer. Mitch Durham in 34 holds off the 21M of Morgan Powell.
15 or more?
Chris Collier, the young man, the two-time reigning track champs in the yellow number 14 on his back bumper.
2 and take the top, honey.
Y'all, I gotta get a freaking lineup.
Did he say 3? I can't hear you. Yeah. Text him to tell him to check his phone.
Matthew Lowe in the H30. Oh, boy, that was close. Oh, he's got one going upside down. Matthew Lowe still. That was a... Boy, I don't even know how that happens. Boy, that was... I definitely didn't see Matthew Lowe going upside down there. I mean, I saw the entirety of what happened. I couldn't foresee that was about to happen, but it in fact did happen. Thought the car that was squeezing through up there had really avoided a disaster, and then unfortunately it was Lowe getting up into the back straightaway retaining wall, and he goes upside down. Didn't get a whole lot of help out there. Austin Dupont, using lessons learned from his father, out front with the lead in number 57. He'll get on the throttle and get us back underway. And we are back underway here at Boot Hill. Contact on the restart. Oh, boy. The 13J of Jesse Tate making contact there with the 57 of Dupont, and Dupont don't like it too much. He may return the favor.
I was using that to draw my line. Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to know.
Here comes Collier now. He'll dispose of the number 57 and relegate him to third and 57. As here comes Big Mike Hudson in the Mazda 3, number 199. Mike Hudson, your opening night winner in the 199, going to go to work down to the inside of the number 57 of Dupont. Dupont says no. Dupont continues to hold on to third down the back straightaway.
These are the new numbers I just called. Did these get claimed? Okay.
Yeah, it's the...
The 13J car, Jesse Tate, all out front on his lonesome of the 13J. Navigating around lap traffic, the 13J of Tate out front with the lead with Austin Dupont, who's rolled his way back to second of the number 57. The 189 of Big Mike Hudson in hot pursuit, but that was the checkers. A fine young man there in the number easy one out of Hatton, Louisiana. It's Wyatt Williams. And little Mike Hudson of the
I don't know, man.
So right now, early on, it's going to be Chris Perkins out front with the lead in car number 18 down the back straightaway, trying to stretch it out on the 00. But here comes Vosbury in hot pursuit, the 15-year-old rolling the outside of the Boothill Speedway, trying to find a run off of 4. Back down the boulevard into 1 they come with Michael Hudson in tow in 3rd. Michael Hudson going to try the hub of the racetrack. It'll work well for him. He'll dispose of the 00 and roll him back to 3rd. Vosbury to 3rd as Hudson to 2nd as Pelikakis receiving pressure from the easy one of Wyatt Williams are 4th. But here comes Luke Dupont. Luke Dupont going to throw his hat into the ring and become a player. Tick-tock goes the racing clock. Center of the hourglass starting to tick away here. Getting close to being over half, or we are at halfway, as Vosbury has trouble slowing off the exit of turn number 2. So tough break for David Vosbury. Loses some steam there in the 00 car. Rolls all the way back to the tail. As Perkins about to be hunted down with two laps to go. 4-cylinder, 3rd and final heat of the night. And it's Michael Hudson who will punch the time clock, and he'll go to work. He brought his stamps, and he'll send it into turn number 3. Hudson all over the tail tank of the number 18 for the race lead. Here comes Mike Hudson to the inside for the top spot. Half a cat's whisker that time at the line with the white flag waving in front of the face of them. They still go neck and neck, door to door into 1 and 2. Perkins giving it all he's worth. They'll continue to go door to door off of 2 down the back straightaway. It's heating up. Final time at the turn number 3. Hudson and Perkins door to door through 3 and 4. Perkins driving the wheels off of it on the outside of the racetrack. Who's it going to be? At the line, Hudson gets it. Hudson got it by about half a nose hair.
No cat's whiskers?
No cat's whiskers this time. Nose hairs are a little bit longer than cat's whiskers. I hope not. 3222 782-3222. That's a new number. 782-3222.
3 2?
Yeah, here, bring that one with you. That's the new number.
So the 38 V car of Damon Vosbury. Wild opening lap. Opening lap here is Stephen Guidry of Marksville, Louisiana, going to jump out front to the race lead. The 90 of Paul Eady. Looking like 1992 Paul Eady into one. Looking like Texarkana 67 Speedway Paul Eady. As long as the caution doesn't come out, we'll be in good shape.
Right.
Looking like he jumped the green in 2018 off of turn number 4. Paul Eady rolling like a big dog tonight. The former full-body champion, the limited late model champion, former Chatham Raceway, or Super B Speedway, and won many dirt track Saturday nights at the old Webster Speedway off of I-20 in Midland, Louisiana. Many a Saturday nights. Paul Eady in hot pursuit, riding in second. Behind him, it'll be the number 20 of Harleton, Texas racer, the 26-year-old Brent Tidwell. Back for the 4th spot is the 7-time Cajun Classic winner Justin Whitehead, who won his heat race tonight in the factory stocks, going to work on the 22 Magnum of Dylan Spear from Marshall. Dylan Spear, the 2017 Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner, continues to hold back the 36J of Justin Whitehead off of 4 down the boulevard. They come into 1. Out front by his lonesome right now is the K1 of Guidry out of Marksville, Louisiana. Paul Eady, I think, has the best hot rod of the bunch. He'll roll into turn number 3 with his crosshairs dot. I'm telling you what, Paul Eady is absolutely stuck tonight. I think Paul Eady has the best race car, and it is quite obvious right now. He has ran down Guidry, or is running him down, but one little slight mistake could be the difference in this one. The advantage that Guidry's marched out to early on is going to be the difference in Victor Lane, as right now, into 1. And off of 2, the Paul Davis Restoration. Peacher race engine powered 41 shocks by Earl Baxter Express chassis built by Shane Hebert, number K1 of Stephen Guidry from Marksville. Rolling tonight. But I'm telling you, Paul Eady loves the way this track's feeling to him tonight. He's got all 4 shoes planted. Final time of the turns 3 and 4 as Spear takes a march underneath the 20 of Tidwell for 3rd for the final time. Off of 4, he was your leader. He's now your winner. The K1 of Stephen Guidry from Marksville scores it in heat race number 1. Second, we'll go to P Daddy Paul Eady. That was a hell of a performance for Paul Eady.
What's the number of that car on the tail?
Do you know how to do the bikes?
So Richard Cecil starts at the tail. We're underway. Off into 1, or off of 2, down the back straight with the 81 of Ricky Ingles going to put the pressure on Tupper. Laxton, look out. Oh boy. Uh-oh. We got 2 coming together. That was about to be ugly. Glad they were able to corral it. So off of 4, down the boulevard, Laxton looser than a goose, but don't get him started. Down the back straight away, Ricky Ingles going to take the top spot away from the 23 of Cody Tupper. Tupper going to have to get up on the horse and put the whip to it if he wants to pull back in the 81 to him. Ingles not having the performance that he was looking for in his factory stock tonight. Broke out front, battling for the race lead early. So off of 2, down the back straight away into turn number 3. It's going to be Ingles out front with the race lead. The 23 of Tupper rides second. The Bullard, Texas racer to the 4, Boone Evans. Michael King Jr. trying to find a lane and trying to find a way around these 2 competitors sitting in front of the 14 Junior. Look out, Michael! Off of 2 down the back, off of 4 down the boulevard. Thought Michael King was about to go for a ride there for a second. Goodness gracious, the young man can't find a way to get around. And finally, he'll get a way around. Come on, man. Michael King finally gets through unscathed right there. That's where my eyes are peeled for a moment as Ingles works his way off of 4 down the boulevard. The battle for second's heating up. Into 1. It's going to be the 4 of Bullard, Texas racer Boone Evans fighting tooth and nail to the inside for second. Can't quite get the job done as the outside line momentum works to the advantage for Cody Tupper. Oh boy, lap traffic right in front of your second place drivers off of 4 with 2 laps to go. And going to use him as a pick goes the 4 of Boone Evans. A nice move by Boone Evans off of 4 as Michael King Jr. learning, getting better every single turn here at the hill tonight. The 14 Junior got bottled up for too long and won't be a factor in the finale of this one, but the white flag waves this time for the final trip into 1. Final trip down the back straightaway to turn number 3. The driver of the East Texas Hauling Rigging IRP race car number 81 from Longview, Texas, 6-year-old veteran Ricky Ingles scores the victory in commanding fashion. Second, we'll go to the Boone Evans, the 18-year-old, and 4 Junior out of Bullard. Third, we'll go to the 23 of Cody Tupper. And coming home off of 4 down the line to grab 4th tonight, we'll go to Michael King Jr. and 14 Junior. The Marshall Missile, Derrick Grigsby, and the Marshall Lubin Auto, JCT Auto Sales, True Love Law Firm, 5-star builders, number 69 IRP. 6 cars, 8 laps, here we go. We'll hustle him off into one. Grigsby has not drawn. Oh. Man, JoJo Wilhelm hit by. Started getting a run going. He was snake bit. So we're down to 4 cars, 8 laps of distance, and right now we lost a couple of good ones. It's the Farmerville Freight Train out front with the lead as Derrick Grigsby going to take advantage after he started tail tonight in 6-9. So Grigsby, who had a strong run on the final night or on Friday night of the USMTS Cajun Clash, he won 2 of those at Arklatex the previous journey that the USMTS was at Gene Borders Arklatex Speedway, but here at the home stretch tonight, Grigsby trying to get that Effect Series chassis rolling. The 15-year-old Nick Lent takes a stab underneath him, puts some pressure on him, but Grigsby back up on the saddle again. He'll roll off into turns 3 and 4. Spoke of JoJo Wilhelm's bad luck. Grigsby's also had some pretty nasty luck to start off the 2019 season. On opening night here at Boothill, got bottled up 2 straight restarts in 3 and 4 on the opening starts of the races. Just some chain reaction, just silly starts anyway, if you will. As right now, the 69 car has got it digging. And that PTS power built by John McLemore underneath the hood of that IRP FX Series chassis, the True Love Law Firm, 5-star builders. JCT Auto Sales, number 69. Here he comes off of 4 down the boulevard, back into turn number 1. Ball feels the pressure now. Hello, Brandon. How you doing? Brandon on the throttle. He'll put that express race car built by Shane Hebert about a car length and a half or 2 into turn number 3 out front with the lead. Ball holding back the advances of 69, but he gets a little cattywampus there off of 4. Able to corral it, keeps him out front with the lead. 2 laps to go, shown from veteran flagman Keith Parker. Into 1. The Marshall Missile trying to live up to his moniker and roll right past B17 for the race lead. Center of the hourglass running away for Grigsby. He's going to step it up top. Oh, goodness gracious. Jump the cushion for what cushion is there. But you know what? You got to give him props because not many drivers are going to even get up there and test it. Grigsby is not complacent with following drivers to a checkered flag. He's going to give it everything he has, and you got to give him credit when credit's due because he's here to put on a show. And tonight he'll have to hold and grab second, but not bad from the tail. He'll be a factor in tonight's main event. The Marshall Missile will grab second tonight. Taylor Frost out front with the lead in number 14-2. Bobby Jordan going to work around the bottom side of the racetrack, winding the last down. So Devin Richards and Robert Graham Sr. in row number 2. Jimmy Burton in the number 15 in row 3. Is that Gary Lipscomb? Gary Lipscomb outside in the next row. We're back underway. 3 wide on the restart. Look out, Gary. Again, the top 4 to tonight's main event. There's door-to-door for the race lead. Devin Richards. Oh, boy, contact down the back straightaway off the exit of 2. And Devin Richards makes contact as Little John Tuggle not happy about it. Little John Tuggle. Another door-to-door battle for the race lead. This time, Devin Richards going to receive pressure from the Golden Gun 007 of Dustin Yount for the race lead. Dustin Yount's heating up, and he'll try the outside of the racetrack. Diamond off the corner, off the exit of 4, and down the boulevard he comes, putting the heat on the 4 of Richards. White flag is out. 1 more quarter-mile trip. Final time in the turns 1 and 2, and here comes 007. Down the back straightaway, off the exit of 2, and final time in the turns 3 and 4. Yount try to throw the kitchen sink at him, but off of 4 for the final time. He's got to run coming down to the wire. Richards going to hold him off in the 4. Second, go to the main event. We'll go to the 007 of Yount 33. Graham holds back the advance of the 19 of Blanchard, Louisiana, Gary Lipscomb. Wow. Also keep that rolling for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call a Walmart in a Target parking lot. And that's what you call them having them scattered, smothered, and covered like a meal at the Waffle House or the Grand Slam at Denny's. That is nasty. And we're going to get some of these guys checked out. But the question is, who do we check out first? Because there's a herd of them. Wow.
We just have to see how they were running.
What's BJ Cook? BJ Cook, the first car to exit the 43J car. 43J.
Why is he going off right there?
Well, because
He can't go off right there.
next car to pull away is the 114. I'm not sure if he's headed to the pits.
Jackson, write these numbers down. What number is BJ Cook?
So let's see who's all involved in this one. 43J. We've got the 2 of Jeff Rice parked the wrong direction, the farthest car up the speedway in turn 1. Hard to tell who's underneath him. Okay, it's the 18 of Scott Young. Man, this started pretty close up front. The 11A of Matt Terry, the 57 of Chad. Re-rack and stack going back green here at Boothill, your first main event to the night. Chase Hatton and Jeffrey Beshea on the front row. The lights are out. We're underway at Boothill. In this one, as we're going to get back underway this time by off of turn number 4 with the 4 car out front with Jeffrey Beshea, your leader. Hustling back off into 1 on the restart. Beasley going to send it up there. Here comes Jason Beasley for the race lead. Beasley going to get a run down on the back straightaway off the exit of 2 into the turn number 3. He'll take the race lead at midpoint of the back straightaway. Sliding up to the top side in turn 3 and 4. He'll try to grab some cushion and back on the throttle. He comes there 3 wide momentarily. Goodness gracious. So caution can end as many as we restart with. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, race fans. No more carnage. Green flag comes back out with Jason Beasley out front with a race lead in 16. Seven of the Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton. Washburn in tow of him. Doug Vick Jr., though, the man who's been so dominant in this class, will line up to the outside of the 87. The lights are back out. We're underway. Here comes Doug Vick Jr. for the race lead. He'll go to the inside. Has to come up a little bit short that time. Had to check the throttle. As right now, 1 and 2, it's Beasley in 16, followed by the 4 car, Vick Jr. 87 back to 3rd of the Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton. 43 JF BJ Cook rolls 4th in front of the 27 of Mike Washburn in 27. Here comes Doug Vick down to the inside. He'll try to take the top spot away. Can't get the job done just yet. 16 side steps, throwing it to his hip pocket. As Vick Jr. takes a stab for the race lead, washes up a little bit off the exit. A little bit of slight. They didn't even rub. They say rubbing's racing. Whoever gets around the 16 tonight, they're going to earn it. Because I'm not sure Jason is dealing with the best handling car right now. As you can see, he's trying to drive the car into the corner and not overdrive that machine. As Vick Jr. just able to be smooth as satin and roll right through there. The car never upsets on him. And a wild one to start off the night here for your main events at Boothill Speedway. So right now, 16 of Beasley drifts up the racetrack, tries to grab some cushion again, separate himself from the 87 of Hatton. Tick-tock goes the clock of the race clock into turns 1 and 2. Hatton takes a stab underneath the number 16, can't get the job done. The best battle right now. Washburn and Cook going at it. Washburn able to dispose of 43J rather, of BJ Cook. Just now going to cross over halfway. So 9 laps to go. That time by the line for Vick Jr., who's dominating again here at Boothill. No surprises up front. The battle for second's a good one, though. Hatton. And tributes to the great Papa Ray Ingalls, the throwback scheme in the 87 for 2019. Rolling back to the back bumper to the number 16. The baddest battle right now is for second. Down the below. Hatton's going to slide up in front. He'll take second at the line that time in 87. Can't hear myself out here, Austin. About to have to hit on back inside as Beasley gets disposed of. It got into the back straightaway wall. Beasley now going to get disposed of by the 27 of Washburn. Beasley having a tough go of it here on the second half of this main event. Down the boulevard they come. Adam Stevens having a good go of it tonight. He's worked his way in this one to the inside of the 43J car. What he has in store. So back on our way with Doug Vick Jr. out front with the lead with 8 laps to go. They'll hustle into 1 and 2 and off of 2 down the back straight with sight set on turn number 3 here on the restart. Oh boy! Beasley crossed up, facing the wrong direction after contact. It appeared with the number 46. Stevens to Borders inside, BJ Cook outside of the top 5 and 43J. We're back underway off of 4 with Doug Vick Jr., race leader in 4J. Here comes the Mad Hatter. Chase Hatton's got to run on the restart. You know the Hatton has a fast race car, and he'll go to the inside for the race lead. Here comes the Hatter with the white flag coming out this time by at the line. Chase Hatton trying to steal one away and put one in ABC Shuttle Park's victory lane for Papa Ray Ingalls tonight. All the 2 down the back straightaway. Chase Hatton to the inside for the race lead. Final time down the back straightaway. Vic Jr. He says, no, I can't give it away now. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Oh, Vic Jr. washed up the racetrack. Final turn, final lap, checkers. Chase Hatton going to steal one away from Doug Vick. Wow. 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 This field is going to be pretty fired up, race fans. And we had quite a few cautions in that one, but nonetheless, they delivered and put on a great finish. Doug Vick Jr. comes home second tonight in the 4V after seemingly, he was running pretty flawlessly out front. But the 87 tonight out of DeBerry, Texas. Give it up, race fans, for the Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton in 87. Chase, let's get on this side here for the Race on Texas cameras, man. How about it, race fans? Give it up. Final turn, final lap pass for Chase Hatton tonight. Chase, that was a pretty exciting finish, man. You got up there and wrestled the lead away from the most dominant Pro Mod driver around right now. He's got 16 wins here the last couple of years, and boy, I know you proud to park this thing in that throwback scheme to Papa Ray Ingalls tonight.
Oh, definitely. Hell, just coming off of 4, he just hit the hole just wrong, and I hit it just right, and it just worked out, I guess.
It's got to fire you up, though, getting a win at Boothill.
Oh, definitely. With the level of the competition up here, you know, Washburn, Vick, you know, Beasley, I know he had a hard time there. You know, just all them guys, you know, they ain't no slouches out here.
Absolutely not. What did you see on that opening lap with all the carnage on the front stretch?
Was that me?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just asking what you saw.
That's what I was thinking. Was that me?
Well, I guess you'll have to talk to all those guys about it.
But,
let's hear about all the great folks that help you out in the race car.
Oh, definitely Mr. Ray Ingalls. You know, I wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for him. This is all his stuff. You know, my dad, he loaned me his motor. He's here with me every weekend. Can't ask for better help. My girlfriend, you know, she's always videoing, you know, so I can learn from my mistakes and everything. You know, Greg, you know, everybody. There's just a lot of names that go into helping. Jason Ingalls, Ricky Ingalls, you know, all the Ingalls family. You know, they just lead me in the right direction every weekend.
In 2018, you were off to a pretty closing out 2018. You had a really good modified. You're running up front in your open wheel modified. Do you feel like this really it makes you feel like you made the right decision anyway? You got rid of your mod. You got the pro mod. You got a win at Showtime a few weeks ago. I mean, you know, everything seems to be clicking well for you now.
Yeah, everything's working real good with this pro mod. But if anybody wants a limited, I got a limited for sale, so I can get another modified.
Well, tell them a little about it. What do you have? 20. What kind of car do you have?
I got a Hater 2013. You know, it's got all good pieces. complete roller, race ready, however you want it.
That car's won here, though, a few times. I do know for a fact. So, hey, see if we can't sell that thing. Congratulations on a big win tonight, man. You earned it.
I appreciate it, man.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. The Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton out of DeBerry, Texas, scores your Pro Mod win tonight to open up the main events. Damon Vosbury out front with the lead in your beginner cruiser class. I'll consolidate some time and interview the winner of this race after the factory stock feature, and we'll do 2 for 1 so we can keep the show rolling. Oh, look out, Vosbury about to wash her up into the front stretch wall off of 4. Him to be Ricky Ingalls and the 81. Brandon Ball in row number 2. P. Daddy. Paul Leedy in row 2. Lights are out. We're underway at Boothill, ready to play for 20 of them. The limited modified main event presented by Daugherty Equipment Company is underway. They're 3 wide here, mid-pack, crossing underneath the flag stand with Michael King Jr. to the outside of the 36J of Justin Whitehead. Look at this. They're all over, scattered around the Boothill Speedway at this juncture. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It appears it'll be the number 81 of Ricky Ingalls. He'll lead it in 81. Ricky Ingalls leads lap number 1 tonight in car number 81. Down the boulevard they come into 1. The K1 of Stephen Grigsby going to roll the hub and roll it well. Paul Leedy up to the challenge tonight. Early on, disposing of the B-17 of the Farmerville Freight Train, Brandon Ball, who rides back and forth behind the 90 of Leedy. Here comes the Marshall Missile. Grigsby living up to his moniker. Rocketed off into 3 and 4 that last time at 6-9. So off of 2 down the back straightaway. Ricky Ingalls out front, marching to the beat of his own drum, out front on his lonesome right now as the 4 of Boone Evans putting some heat on the 69 of Grigsby. That time off of 4, he'll roll down to his inside here off the exit of 4. Down the boulevard they come. 3 wide down the front straightaway. The 90 of Paul Leedy to the outside, flanked the 69. Right now, the cheese and the cracker is off of 2 down the back straightaway. Throwing the bottom half of that cracker, the form of the 4 behind him and relegates him as Grigsby now trying to go to work on the B-17 of the freight train. Into 1. Here comes lap car right now racing with the 69 of Grigsby. Lordy have mercy. And here comes Whitehead. Whitehead will throw his hat in the ring and become into the mix now on 36J. Ingalls out front all on his lonesome, trying to make it a snoozer out front, but these guys are shuffling and moving and coming all over the racetrack right now. There's some comers and goers. As Grigsby now finally disposed of the number 90 of Paul Leedy, as the K1 of Guidry gets disposed of by the B-17 of Brandon Ball, who rolls the second now. Lap traffic up in front of the nose of the 81. He'll dispose of him as Ingalls. Ingalls going to run away with this one tonight unless they get a caution. So Brandon Ball may have something for him, but the man with the plan right now on the Ingalls Racing Performance chassis, the caution flag waves. Off the exit of 2, it's Dylan Spear from Marshall. The Marshall, Texas Racer Bulls. Brandon Ball and Stephen Guidry, we're back underway. Back underway. I think Brandon Ball may have something for the 81 car tonight. We'll see what happens down the back straightaway. The 69 and 90 still going at it tooth and nail, neck and neck in the turn number 3. The 90 going to use the outside line momentum to his advantage of Paul Leedy. Leedy has been so impressive tonight. Murderers Row, just like in 2018, from the front to the tail, this class is as competitive as any class you'll find in the country. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. 36J now, rolling like a big dog. He has started off 2019 so white hot, and he'll roll to the inside of the 69 of Derrick Grigsby here for the 5th position and the 1. For the 4 spot, rather, as 36J trying to go to work on the 69 as opposed to him. These two have raced hard, and Grigsby's going to go back to the cushion, and he'll smash the throttle and try to dispose of 36J. Just a little bit wide up there, but Grigsby making it work. He'll leave about half a gas whisker that time at the line for 5th. Keep saying 5th, it's for 4th. Grigsby rolling, riding the rim down the back straightaway. Trying to scream along the outside again, putting that John McLemore PTS power to the test with 36J of Whitehead putting his best engine to the test, and he'll dispose of the 69 car. And Grigsby knows he's got to get back down in line. Just nothing up there to grab. A little bit too far, high, wide, and handsome. As Grigsby can run the top of the best of them here at Boot Hill. This lap traffic right here is going to kill him. Lap traffic will become a factor now at this juncture. We'll see what happens. They're 2 different lanes wide in front, racing hard. Engel's going to have to choose and pick a lane. Wilhelm and Tupper made contact that time off of 4. Whitehead may have the best hot rod of the bunch at this point. And the caution flag will wave. Ricky Ingles out front of the lead in car number 81. We'll see what he has as we bark down to the wire. Back it away off of 4. Into 1 and 2 on the restart. Grigsby way high, wide, and handsome at 69 that time. Gets a big screaming run down the back straightaway before the 4 car gets around him for 5th. Off of turn number 4, down the front stretch, the 81 of Ricky Ingles leads, the K1 of Stephen Guidry. Grigsby coming to a stop up the exit of 4. 69, stick a fork in him. He is DONE for the night. Caution will wave. Try to go back to back. He's been white hot to open up the year in this express race car built by Shane Hebert. Lights are out. We're back underway at Boot Hill. And here comes 36J. Justin Whitehead, I'm not sure exactly. Oh, and a bobble that time in the middle point of 1 and 2. Here comes 36J for the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Justin Whitehead, 81 going to go neck and neck for the top spot. Made a little bit of slight kiss of contact maybe. Saw some smoke there. Not sure where it came from. Whitehead lost a lot of real estate right there. Not sure what happened, but the car, the K1 car was getting loose, and the 20 of Tidwell finished him off. He had nowhere to go. Caution. Ricky Ingles out front with the lead in 81. Brent Tidwell going to be the inside of the 36J, who's in second of Justin Whitehead. We're back underway off of 4. And again, good start for the 36J. He'll roll the middle lane of the Boothill Speedway. Just like last restart, the 81 bobbles. Opens up the door. Here comes 36J down to the inside for the race lead. Justin Whitehead rolls down to the inside of him. Door to door. And we got one around off the exit of 2, but look out. Come on, guys. What happens on this restart? Will Ingles catch that character spot again in 1? Just like the previous restart. I'll say it. Here comes 36J. That time he caught it a little bit differently, but here comes Whitehead into the inside for the race lead. Down the back straight, they go neck and neck, door to door. 81's got 36J breathing all the way down his neck now. But off of 4, Ingles. Sit down and take a seat, he says. Whitehead will obey for now. Whitehead has always been taught to respect his elders. He'll do so right now. Into 3, Whitehead trying to find his niche around the hill. Ingles. A little bit of little sketchy restarts his last couple times, but man, once he's able to find his rhythm, he stays out front marching to the beat of his own drum in 81. Good as he ever was, good as he once was. The 81 of Ricky Ingles coming down this time by to 2 laps to go. 2 more trips around the legendary quarter mile over right off of I-20 here in Greenwood, Louisiana, the home of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. Night number 2 for 2019 here at the Boothill Speedway. 1.5 laps to go as he met the midpoint of the back straightaway. White flag final quarter mile trip, this time by. Into 1. Ingles. From the drop of the hat tonight, Ricky Ingles has absolutely earned this victory, but you can't shake a stick at the performance by 36J. Final time through turns 3 and 4 to the checkered flag. Ricky Ingles will score his first limited modified win at Boothill Speedway for 2019 tonight. Well, Ricky was tied for the most victories last year here at Boot Hill between 2 different classes. Won here 6 times in the factory stock and got 2 here in his limited modified program. He started off the year strong with a victory at Lone Star this season in the limited. Ricky, you're a little worn out down here.
Hey, rough, Rick. A little rough tonight.
Says a little rough out there tonight. But was able to corral the car after he hit that character spot down there 1 and 2 on the restart twice. The 3rd time's a charm, though. The 81 car. If it's got 4 wheels on it, he can wheel. Man, we'll park that thing there, Ricky. Give it up for him, race fans. Ricky Ingles in 81, your limited modified winner tonight. Well, Ricky, 36J. Ooh.
Good? I'm good, thank you.
This is my Sprite, but I haven't opened it yet. You can get a swig of it. I'll let you get a swig of that real quick. Well, that was a tough one, man. You had to work, the racetrack's definitely fast tonight. It's elbows up kind of racetrack. A little bit of character down there in 1, man. I know those couple restarts where you hit that character spot down there in 1 had to make you a little nervous there with 36J nipping at your heels.
Yeah, I was hitting it right the first part of the race, and after that last couple of restarts, I kept hitting in the wrong spot every time they'd push up. He got under me. Fortunately, the car was good enough I could power back by him on the outside.
How much is that in your mindset on the restart to tell yourself that, okay, let's not do that again? How much is that in the mindset, though?
Well, you're thinking it every time. Sure enough, I did it 2 or 3 times.
The car was good, though. I mean, once you could get in a rhythm, though, did you feel pretty comfortable out front? I mean, he put some pressure on you, but after a few laps, you were able to kind of stretch it out there.
Yeah, I hated them cautions, really. We didn't need no cautions.
Tough go of it tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty tough.
Been a pretty good night so far for the Ingles family. Chase, Chase, of course, works out of the shop over there with you guys. He got his first pro mod win at Boot Hill tonight, for Papa Ray with that old throwback paint scheme. And not too bad, the 81 car parks it down here as well.
Yeah, I'm glad for Chase. I didn't get to see the finish. I was getting in my car, but I'm real proud for him. He come back strong because he looked like he was having his hands full the first part of the race, so he must have put on a show.
He made a final turn pass coming to the checkers, beat Doug Vick by about a car length, but didn't lead the race until the final one that counted.
Well, you beat Vick, you beat somebody because he's smooth as silk.
Absolutely. Man, you had a phenomenal year at Boot Hill here last year, man. I know it feels good to get a win here early in the season. You didn't get your first factory stock win until June the 9th last year. I know you broke earlier in that one, so have a tough go getting that new car ready to go, hadn't you?
Yeah, we've just been unfortunately unlucky first few nights out this year, but maybe we'll get a hold of it.
Well, when you're doing double duty, you get one or the other. It's always good to at least leave here with a victory. Congratulations to you, Ricky. Let's hear about the folks who help you out in the race car.
I'd like to thank my nephew Jason Engel for building such a good car. Joe Best, my Twin City Towing, DK Powder Coating, and thank my dad for starting it all.
Pretty awesome run tonight. Congratulations to you, Ricky Ingles.
Thank you.
Give it up for him, race fans. Ricky Ingles scores the win tonight. As we'll get ready to go 15 or 20 with Justin Converse out front on the pole. We're underway off of 4. Into 1 for the first time tonight. As they head off of 2 down the back straightaway, Toby Davis and the 75 of April Davis involved in a melee in 1 and 2. Jesse Tate out front with the lead in the number 13 J car. Rolling off into turns 1 and 2, looking to dispose of the lap car, the 75 of April Davis. He will. As Hudson coming on strong in the Mazda 3, number 99. As they look out, Luke Dupont drove the car deep off into the corner. Thought he was about to have a meeting with the retaining wall. Look out, Jesse Tate. Trying to get through unscathed, he will. As 05 of Dupont was crossed up in front of him as the lap traffic. And the turns 1 and 2, setting sights down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Is hitting up at Boothill. The 99 of Hudson. Gonna punch time clock. He'll go to work and roll the hub and roll it well off forward. Here comes Hudson to the inside for the race lead. Not able to get the job done that time. About a half of a car length for 13J of Jesse Tate, who's out front in command still. Tate using the outside momentum to his advantage as Hudson puts the heat on him down the back straightaway. Lap traffic up in front. Wow. A nice evasive move by the 13J of Tate to go by unscathed. It's a door-to-door battle still here at the hill. Tick-tock goes the race clock. Center of the hourglass evaporating as the 13J continues to roll strong up top. But the 199 trying to take advantage and relegate him to second. For the time being, he will, but Tate drives it deep off into the corner once again. Boy, Jesse Tate's really gotten better and better every time he sits behind the wheel. Showing strength tonight. So opening night, it was Big Mike Hudson and Victor Lane. Tonight, Little Mike Hudson trying to score one here. Lap traffic, though. Heavy in front of your leaders with 2 laps to go this time. 2 to go. White flag will be coming out this time by lap traffic, trying to throw a monkey wrench into the finish in this one. Look out, Toby Davis. Hudson trying to get through with the 60 Pella Castic up in front as well. Final trip in the turns 1 and 2. Michael Hudson wins your 4-cylinder main event tonight here at Boothill, and a great race there coming out of the wire with the 13J of Jesse Tate. And a great race there with Jesse Tate, the 13J. Give it up for Mike Hudson in the 99 car tonight, scoring your 4-cylinder victory. Mike, you had to get up on the wheel there and earn that one, man. The old man won night number 1, and you were able to come out here with a victory tonight, but you had to earn that one. Jesse Tate gave you all you're worth.
Yeah, I've actually never been interviewed by you, so this is a new thing.
You put on a great show out there tonight, man. Is that a lot of fun driving these cars or what?
Oh, it's a blast. It's really cheap. That's the best thing about it. So,
if you don't mind me asking, I mean, you don't have an arm and a leg in this car. I mean, how much could somebody get in one of these things and race for?
I mean, we bought that car for like $1,500. It's still got a stock air filter on it.
Between you and your pops, man, you seem like you got these guys numbered out here. These Mazda 3s are pretty quick.
Well, this is his car, so I was just making sure it ran all right for him.
So he's got 2 of them now. He was here racing tonight.
Yeah.
Well, not too bad. The history books, the Hudsons take the first 2 races of the season. Let's hear about all the folks that do help you out.
First of all, I got to thank the Lord for blessing us with race on Texas and 2 great cars. Made a good, safe night. I wouldn't have came here tonight, but Josh Warren got my car ready, so this wins for him.
It's always nice to have good friends.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
What are we going to do to get him back behind the wheel?
He drove it in hot laps, so I got him close.
All right, Josh, quit fooling around out here. Hey, he used to run these mini stocks just like you guys, so I don't know. It's fun to kind of get back to the roots, man. That's where it kind of all began for you guys in the mini stock class back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I really enjoy 4-cylinders. They use no gas, so it's free.
You get about 60 miles of the gallon on that one. Congratulations to you, Mike.
Thank you, Zach.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Hudson, your 4-cylinder winner tonight. Cut out for him, but who knows? The 7-time Cajun Classic winner, Justin Whitehead, going to be on the pole with Josh Greenwald to the outside. Doug Vick Jr. on row 2. Bubba McKeitron outside of him. Bruce Daugherty, the lights are out. We're underway at Boothill. Josh Daugherty in 34 Jr. And this should be a good one for 20 laps the entirety of the distance here. Whitehead bobbles. The 27 going to go to the race lead here early. Off a 2. Down. Oh, boy. Look out, Travis Bowden. A great start for the 27 of Josh Greenwald, and he came up one spot short. Bubba McKeecher to the outside, Josh Daugherty. In row 3, we're lights out underway back at Boothill. Greenwald got a good start. Here he comes down the boulevard. Greenwald with a good run again into turns 1 and 2. The Vines Construction PATC Automotive number 27 Laser race car. Whitehead relegated to second on the opening lap. Greenwald ready to get his first ever win here at the home racetrack tonight. Off of 4. Down the boulevard, he comes the 27 of Josh Greenwald out front with the lead. The caution flag waves once again. We'll be back in action here next Saturday night, April the 27th. Arclotech Speedway, the Pelican, May the 5th. Lights are out. We're back underway at Boothill. Original restart into 1. Greenwald and Whitehead made a little slight kiss of contact that time. Some right side romance into 1. Whitehead slides up on front of the nose of the 0. Bubba McKeecher. Another great restart for Joshua Greenwald down the back straightaway off the exit of 2 and into 3. Tracy Court got crossed up, but off of 4. Leading lap 1 of the main event tonight goes to Greenwald in 27. Josh Greenwald leads at Boothill. First time ever in a main event here on a Saturday night special. Greenwald trying to cash in to get his first ever victory tonight. He is absolutely going to have his work cut out for him as that Laser race car leads off of 4 down the boulevard into 1 and 27 over the 36J of Justin Whitehead. Whitehead in tow behind 27, the 0 behind 36J and Bubba McKeecher. 4th is the 4V of Doug Vick Jr., followed by last weekend's USMTS Cajun Clash winner. Here comes Josh Daugherty to the inside for 4th. Josh Daugherty for 5th, trying to work on 4th. Off of 4 down the front boulevard, they come into 1. Daugherty can't quite get the job done this time. So Josh Greenwald trying to score his first ever victory tonight here at the legendary Boothill Speedway off of 4 down the front boulevard. He comes in 27. That Laser race car PATC Automotive Vines Construction 27 entry has got the 36J, the 7-time Cajun Classic winner, the reigning $10,000 winner, the King of the Boothill. And Doug Vick Jr. has problems, and up the hill goes to 34 as Vick Jr. got smoked. Oh my. A chain reaction, some hard contact there off the exit of turn number 2, sends the 4 car around like a top. Wow. Vick Jr. got spun around like a top. And Bobby Jordan to his outside. The lights are out. We're back underway off of turn number 4 with Josh Greenwald trying to get his first ever victory here tonight at the Greenwood Oval off of 4. And Bubba McKeecher got I don't know if it's a good or a bad start, and it's not a good start for the 27, but he skates away out front. A nicely timed restart for the 0 if it's going to work, and it will into 1. A log jam off the exit of 2 down the back straightaway. Bobby Jordan just got 2 for the price of 1, the Walmart special. And to 3. 27 still leads out front in command of this one. Dictating and working traffic off of 4 down the boulevard back into turn number 1. It's Josh Greenwald now being breathed down his neck here by the 36J. Here comes Whitehead for the race lead. He'll come up a little bit short that time off the exit of 2 as they head down the back straightaway again. Tick-tock goes the race clock. Into turn number 3. Whitehead trying to search the racetrack. He's trying to find some stick and some dig right through the middle lane of the speedway right now into 1. They'll continue to tiptoe around the top shelf of the racetrack as Whitehead now putting the pressure on. Into turn number 3. 36J up to the challenge now. He'll try to roll and make 27 earn this one tonight. I mean, you can't say enough about Joshua Greenwald and what this young man has been doing around the Arclotechs as of the start of this 2019 campaign. Just may make the 7-time Cajun Classic winner, the reigning $10,000 winner, the King of the Hill, earn this one tonight. Josh down the boulevard back into 1 at 27. Started his racing career 3 years ago, now on his 3rd full season in factory stocks. The 25-year-old continues to lead off of 2 down the back straightaway as Josh Daugherty trying to throw Keithhill into the mix now, putting the pressure on the 0, Bubba McKeecher. McKeecher and Daugherty about 6 to 7 car lengths behind your top 2 right now off of 4. Oh, and around goes Josh Daugherty right in front of the field off the exit of 4. 34 Jr. spun around like a top off the exit. Blake Marsalis is certainly hoping so, as the lights are going to go back out and we're going to get back underway with the 27 of Greenwald out front with the lead. Down the boulevard they come. We're back on our way. And Joshua Greenwald hustling out front with the top spot, off of the 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes 36J. The log jam for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th is heating up. Here comes the 12th car of Bo Perry. Bo Perry will throw his hat into the ring, using that outside momentum again out front with the lead. The 27 as we got a couple of them at the top side of 3 and 4. No harm, no foul. We'll stay clean and we'll stay green. 36J goes to work with his crosshairs to the back deck lid of the number 27 for the race lead. Down the boulevard into turns 1 and 2. And 40 good ones checked in tonight and down to it. We're backing away off of turn number 4. Down the boulevard back into turns 1 and 2. 27 of Greenwald leads. The 0 of McEachern, who now puts the pressure on 36J, who rides second off of 2 down the back straightaway, half of a nose. Up in front of the 0 of McEachern goes 36J, and 1, oh my goodness, it looked like Bo Perry just lost a power plant or something. Some smoke came out heavy. 68 car washes up the racetrack, collects the Club 20, and Neil Kim. All kinds of craziness going on the racetrack right now as McEachern backsliding. Wow, Bobby Jordan somehow corralled it. Bobby Jordan somehow saved the number 17 car from eating the backstretch wall. As James Martin's going to draw the caution, though. We'll see what Josh has for him, though, as Whitehead never going to go away. He'll make him earn it all the way down to the final lap, and the lap number 20. We're backing away here at the hill. Greenwald leads him to the point down into 1. The nickel and dime bodies number 17. The police chief going to throw his hat into the ring now and become a player. Bobby Jordan trying to roll to second. Bobby Jordan going to roll to second to dispose of 36J. Oh my goodness, hard into the front, in the back straightaway wall, and Whitehead ends up in the fence. Wow. Wow. A fellow outlaw chassis competitor, Bobby Jordan, makes 5 as well in the 2 car. He has showed some strength early in 2019 and looking to carry it down the stretch. He's been fast. Lights are back out. We're back underway here at Boothill Speedway in your factory stock main event, presented by Daugherty Equipment Company. Down the boulevard, back into turn number 1 they go. Greenwald going to lead the herd again. White flag coming out this time by for Josh Greenwald. He's fended off all comers in this one. Final time off of 2 and down the back straightaway with his sights set for ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane. He scored his first ever win. RaceOnTexas.com most improved driver from 2018 opens up 2019 with 2 victories and 7 starts. Josh Greenwald gets his first one tonight here at Boot Hill. 27 goes to Victor Lane, followed by the 17 of Bobby Jordan out of a B main tonight. Third, we'll go to the 56 of Scotty Hilschapek. Will you do me a favor? Hold on to these things for me. We're getting ready to climb out of the car. Good job, dude.
I told you I felt good.
Yeah.
I told you I felt good about this one.
Getting ready to climb out of the car. Race on Texas, most improved driver from last year. Opens up the year this year. Strong, folks. The 27 car rolling Nelson Collins. Give it up for Josh Greenwald and 27 in Victor Lane. He's on the phone. Like Jeff Gordon to Coca-Cola 600.
That's it, man. We're about to do my interview. Right?
Let's walk to this side for the Race on Texas cameras, for what it's worth. Man, I don't know where we start in this one. You had 36J on the front row with you tonight. A couple of original restarts. You timed that outside line perfectly those first couple of starts, and I was thinking to myself, man, you know, from behind the cockpit, I was thinking about what you were thinking. You know, how many times will you be able to get up in front of the 36J, man? You relegated him to second the entirety of the race. It's got to feel pretty awesome to cash in here at your home racetrack tonight.
Hell yeah, it feels great, man. This feels a whole lot different than show times when I got them 1 or 2 times on those restarts, and I knew it was over with. I kept waving to him every time I passed by him. I didn't want to really shove it in his face right now. What happened over there?
The 17 and 36J got together and sent 36J up into the wall, just hard racing.
Yeah, I come around. They threw the caution. I come around. I was like, oh, hell, what happened to Justin?
Yeah. Well, don't let it take anything away from the performance you had out here. If he finished, I think that he'd have finished second behind you tonight. You had this 27 car ripping and rolling around the outside. I mean, can't feel any better than that. This laser race car was absolutely stuck around the Boot Hill Speedway tonight.
It's definitely on a rail, man. I'm glad I didn't change anything from the heat race, and it was stuck in the heat race. It's stuck in the feature. That's a good track. Moisture was coming out from how cold it was being. it's not going to hit me till tomorrow, probably.
A couple years. This is your third full season of racing factory stocks. You go through the ups and downs of the sport, just really learning it. And you face a lot of bad luck, some misfortune. But how much do you really appreciate these from having to go through all the tough times and getting to this point?
Oh man, I appreciate every bit of it. I mean, I can't thank Fred enough. There's nothing I can even explain how much I appreciate Fred for this opportunity. My mom and dad for getting me started in this. My Uncle Bubba for showing me how it's done. Glenn for building an awesome race car. I can't think of anything else, man.
When I ask you directly, what does it mean to win at Boothill Speedway particularly? It has to, to win at this particular racetrack, man, it's got to be special.
Oh, man, this is like no other, man. I live right across I-20, man. I'm telling you, if I'm not here, I can hear them racing. Yeah. I remember that whenever I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, listening to them whenever my parents didn't even bring me to the races, man. This is the track that you want to win at for me.
And as a young kid standing over there, maybe in your driveway hearing these cars go around, and you never knew, maybe one day you'd be standing here in Victory Lane, for the first time in your career. I think you got quite a few more of them coming your way.
I hope so. I really hope so.
I do want to give you an opportunity to thank all the folks who help you out in the race car. We'll get the good out of it.
I appreciate, like I said, Fred, he owns the car. Glenn for building the car. My mom and dad, Vines Construction, Greenwald Racing, list goes on. Laser Race Cars. Mike's Welding, he's here, I think, unless he left. But I can't think of anything else. Jody Prince, man, that's the one I'm forgetting. I knew I was forgetting one major one. So,
are you entered in the KMO Arklatex regional points?
No, I'm just here to upset.
Do you wish you were?
Not really. Okay. I'm just here to upset, man.
I told you at showtime that the rest of them come easy. That's just an old saying in racing. I don't think it comes easy. You absolutely had to earn this one again tonight.
That's it, man. I appreciate you.
Get up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Greenwald scores his first ever win tonight here at Boot Hill, and he's pretty fired up about it.
It's new to me, so I'm enjoying it and keep learning.
Son had some bad luck in the 4-cylinder night, but at least somebody gets to go home with a dub, I reckon.
Yeah, it doesn't help to have your e-brake up in the 4-cylinder class when you're running.
It doesn't work. It doesn't bode too well, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It's been kind of a wild night for me too. My britches about ripped off, but hey, it's about time to head to the house. I want to give you about folks to help you out in the race car, David.
Oh, for sure. First, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and also I want to thank George Cadenhead, Boom Grill, Hitman Design, J&J Motorsports, Precision Collision, and also Legacy Dodge that helped us out, and also Trey Deeds. And the person that I could thank the most is Jake Gentry. Helps me out a lot on this car and helps me he put a number of hours in this car, so I really appreciate the help from him.
You tell me this is an old Rocky Hargis car?
This is an old Rocky Hargis car. We drug it out the woods and redid it and see what happens from here.
I thought I could remember that. That's pretty cool, man. They go 7-Eleven.
That's it. That's great, wasn't it? His last car that his dad built.
It's pretty cool, man. Keeping that thing out here on the racetrack, making it turn some laps, and always fun to hear those backstories about where these cars and such come from. Drug it out the woods, and here you are, 2019 and 15 with it. Not sure the last time we saw the racetrack, but nonetheless, congratulations to you tonight, David.
Thank you very much.